In April 2013, the Auditor General released his report on public sector board use of information. To read the full report, please visit our website at www.bcauditor.com. The following presentation provides a summary of the report. As the nonpartisan independent auditor of the Legislative Assembly, the Auditor General audits the government reporting entity. This consists of ministries, crown corporations, and other government organizations, such as universities, colleges, school districts, health authorities, and similar organizations that are controlled by or accountable to the provincial government. The Office of the Auditor General serves the people of British Columbia and their elected representatives by conducting independent audits and advising on how well government is managing its responsibilities and resources. Under the Auditor General Act, the Auditor General conducts and reports on both financial audits and performance or value for money audits. The Act also allows the Auditor General to follow up on any recommendations made in reports. Crown agencies deliver key public services, from electricity and education to car insurance and healthcare. Overall expenditures for all Crown agencies in BC for 2012 was $36.9 billion, or 68% of the total public sector expenditure. Given the reliance that British Columbians place on their Crown agencies, it is critical that public sector boards in the province be well informed and capable of fulfilling their functions. Board members are typically busy individuals with a great deal of responsibility. They often have limited time and resources to obtain, read, and understand the information they require to make well-informed decisions. For these reasons, the information they are provided must be correct, reliable, accessible, up-to-date, and understandable. 6 conditions must be met to ensure that boards can make fully informed decisions. Boards must know what information they need, have access to the information, have high-quality information, understand the information, use the information in decision-making, and evaluate the quality and quantity of information they receive. We developed our surveys based on Board Use of Information Guidelines, published in 2009. Survey questions were distinct for corporate representatives, and additional questions were asked of board chairs. The survey was first administered in May 2009, and then again in October 2012. Those invited to complete the surveys were board members, board chairs, and corporate representatives of virtually all public sector agencies that have boards and are on the Office of the Comptroller General's Consolidated Revenue Fund list, as well as the OAG's Summary Financial Statement Audit list. The exceptions were the boards that were composed entirely of civil servants, boards that were unusually small, or boards that were for organizations that were winding down. This included 6 sectors in all: commercial Crown corporations, service delivery Crown corporations, and health organizations like authorities and hospitals, as well as 3 education sectors: K-12, colleges and institutes, and universities. A reminder that this was not an audit. We have drawn findings based on our analysis of the survey results, but we have not drawn audit conclusions nor made recommendations, given that this was a self-assessment survey. For all 3 survey groups, Crown agency board members, board chairs, and corporate representatives, the response rates were very high and better than in 2009. We took this as an indication that board members are engaged with the topic of board governance and are committed to continuous improvement. The survey process also gives Crown agency boards an opportunity to refresh their understanding of good practices and reflect on their own board experience. We will be providing boards with further information about their own organization's survey results to facilitate this process of continuous improvement. The survey results show that boards reported improvement in 5 of the 6 key good practice areas for board information since the 2009 survey, and in 3 of those areas, the improvement was notable. The area of decrease was in the criteria supporting whether boards know what information they need. While there are a number of areas of improvement since 2009, there are still gaps in fully meeting good practice guidelines. These gaps have a cumulative impact, which means it is important to monitor and pursue continuous improvement in board governance. The gap between the 6 sectors and good practices for board information has narrowed since 2009. On the positive side, this is because the 3 sectors that had the lowest results in 2009 have all improved, including K-12 education, which is the largest of the 6 sectors and therefore has a substantial impact on the province's average result. However, the narrowing is also due to the slippage in the scores for the sectors with the highest results. This points again to the importance of continued monitoring and improvement in governance. Crown agency management representatives responsible for providing information to their boards generally agreed that the information provided would follow our guidelines. However, board members and board chairs reported more gaps and areas for improvement. This was similar to what we found in 2009, suggesting that there is a perception difference between the providers of information and the consumers. First-year board members have a noticeably lower average response score than members with more experience across all sectors. This was also a finding in 2009, reinforcing the idea that there is a relationship between length of service and views on the existence of good board practices. We took this to emphasize the importance of thorough orientations for all board directors soon after they are appointed or elected. It also makes it more important to ensure there are good board charters in place to guide new board members. In this survey, we asked board members whether there are any governance areas where it would be beneficial for them to receive additional guidance, training, or support. We found that on average, 80% of board members were open to additional guidance in at least one area of governance. Guidance on board governance in general was the area of greatest interest. This openness to additional guidance could be a real opportunity for government to assess the needs and develop a plan to address those needs. Organizations need to monitor governance continuously to ensure they are following good practices, rather than waiting until something has gone wrong before trying to identify and fix the problem. We intend to revisit the area of board use of information in 3 years' time to continue monitoring progress and providing organizations with information to help them address their specific governance needs. We also intend to continue conducting governance examinations of Crown agencies across the different sectors in British Columbia's public service. That concludes our summary of this report. To read this report and our other publications, or for more information about our office, please visit our website at www.bcauditor.com. The Office of the Auditor General encourages your feedback on this report, as well as your suggestions for further audits. We look forward to hearing from you.